it'll be home. You know, it'll be like being home.
For nearly 2 years, Lynn Kari's been away.
I'm in Farmerville. I've missed it. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't belong on the back of the bike.
Her true love, her way of life, she's lucky she can sit on a motorcycle at all.
There is a saying in the biker community, there's two groups of people, those that have gone down and those that will go down. It's only a matter of time. So I've gone down.
She got back up, only now with one leg and one arm.
It was absolutely through no fault of my own whatsoever. It happened to be that I was on the road at the same time that somebody who is very careless was on the road. I don't blame God. I don't think, oh, why did you put me there at that time? It just was what it was.
Disturbing the peace, operating a mobile meth lab, resisting an officer.
Keith Hadaway is Lynn's lawyer. He reads the rap sheet of Jason Rocket,
hit and run, domestic abuse battery.
The man who hit Lynn as she rode her motorcycle. Rocket's arrest record starts in 1991 and totals 27 arrests, including battery, resisting an officer, and a DWI. He's been in local jails, but the state corrections department says he's never gone to prison. Hadaway doesn't think Rocket should have been driving that day on Chandler Road in Ruston. Lynn is suing over the accident.
Who the hell would insure somebody with this kind of thing? This is asinine.
Rocket had the state minimum for liability insurance. The cost was highest for Lynn.
There are 2 broken arms and both legs are broken. They're trying to get bleeding under control until RAS arrives.
I was split in half. I was laying on top of my leg.
Rocket crossed the center lane and hit Lynn. Authorities say a neighbor called 911. Rocket called his mother. Lynn was airlifted to the hospital, her injury so grim, deputies called state police, believing the crash could be fatal.
The local sheriff's department alerted the trooper. We know this individual. We suspect that this may be an issue.
As shown in this deposition, Trooper Matt Meek didn't check much.
A helicopter lands. She's flighted to the only trauma center north of I-10 capable of handling something like this. I would think at a minimum, your training should be sufficient enough to pull blood.
Meek said he didn't think Rocket was impaired. He needed a warrant from a judge to draw blood. He didn't ask for it.
There was no braking. There were no skid marks. That alone gives you reasonable suspicion to inquire further. He was called in to perform the very investigation that he failed to do.
Rocket received just a ticket for driving left of center.
That's reckless, careless? I don't know. I don't know the law to that extent, but how is that an improper lane use? A $150 ticket, and have a nice day, sir. Go home.
Hadaway says Rocket kept his insurance, and in March of this year, Rocket got into a fight with a man who started beating his truck with a baseball bat. Sheriff's deputies say it ended with Rocket gunning the engine of his truck and driving it into a crowd of 7 people, hitting a man and a woman.
That's insane. Yeah. That is insane.
Public defender Dwayne Burrell is representing Rocket, who faces 7 counts of attempted murder. He says the charges are overblown.
It wasn't an intentional crime. Again, it's an accident. We're going to stand by it's an accident. Jason says it was an accident. There's no evidence showing that it's not an accident, both with Lynn and also with this criminal charge that he has now.
Whatever the outcome from this case is that you're representing him in now, do you think he should be allowed back on the road?
I do. Again, I don't think any acts with his vehicle were intentional. So I don't think he should be excluded from driving based on accidents.
Do you find a problem at all with the way that Progressive minimally insured someone that Heath believes was a huge risk to drivers?
One, no. Louisiana requires a minimum insurance. If Heath has a problem or Ms. Lynn has a problem with the insurance limits, they can go to Baton Rouge.
That's what Hadaway is doing. He's asked his state representative to file a bill called Lynn's Law.
The bill should do one of 2 things. If you have a record like this, you should not be able to carry minimum policies at all, period. Absolutely not. The risk to the state is too high.
What's up, you rebel?
Lynn's wait to ride is over, but the ride itself is just beginning.
You know, not to make light of losing an arm and a leg, but I do say that. Not only did I physically lose an arm and a leg, but financially I've lost an arm and a leg. It has cost me.
For now, she'll use the 2 limbs she does have to get back on that bike,
Yeah, make sure it doesn't hit the tank.
even if that means a few more falls.
We're going over, Jen.
It's in the dirt.
Because each time she does fall, Lynn has the support and determination to get back up, get back on, and keep going.